Hi there, my name is Ben with Uninc. I am the co-founder here. I'm looking forward to meeting you. I'm looking forward to learning more about what you're working on and seeing what overlap there might be this season with Uninc. This is going to be a quick video overviewing who we are and how we work with creators, and I hope it delivers some value in your time with us. And at the end of this call, I'm going to tell you a little bit about how you can connect with us. But in short, we're an impact studio designed to serve creators at all stages of their venture, ranging from people who have not launched their brands, product, or services and who want to launch that first prototype with us, all the way to people who or organizations who have established businesses that want to work with us to launch new products or services or to conduct marketing and sales campaigns with. And over the years, we've worked with over 100 different creators in our incubator program, in our coaching program. And as clients, we work with up to a dozen clients at a time and helping them move the needle forward. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about who those clients are. We have health and wellness providers, entertainment businesses, art businesses, coaches, educational institutes like the St. Edward's University out of Austin. But across the board, we're working with all of them to launch new products and services or to test new ways to engage their audience or their customers. And I'm going to give you a few main ideas about how we think about business model design. And the first one is that we use business model canvas with all creators in our incubator program to start, and with our clients as well, just to understand how they are thinking and feeling about their own business. So the business model canvas, if you haven't heard about it, is a framework for you to think through the different sides of your business. It's just a quick, easy way, as opposed to a lengthy business plan, to navigate what are the different sides of your business and where do we need to put our efforts to learn the most. And the second point here is that it's iterative. And so what we mean by that is that we're constantly building, testing, and learning from the next part of our business. And that's what we do in our incubator program, is building that first version, testing it with our customer segment, engaging with them, and then learning from their feedback and improving that product or service. And then this last point here is that it is a nuanced conversation when you talk about business model design, because we are navigating the different sides of our business model simultaneously. Like what is the problem we're solving and the revenue streams? What are we charging our customers? What are they paying us? And does that make sense for our business model? So navigating the problem that we're trying to solve, the customer segment that has experienced that problem, and how much we're charging for that service or product that we're delivering. And so we're navigating these different sides of our business model simultaneously. And it's an extremely complex undertaking for any entrepreneur. And we're always honored to jump into it with you. So we're going to keep going here. A second main idea is a customer discovery. And what we mean by this is we work with creators to identify the problem that they're trying to solve and the customer they're trying to reach. And this is a high level definition of value as well, right? So it's what is the problem we're solving? Who's the customer we're reaching? And so how do we define that value? And then the second thing here is testing the channels in how we reach our customers. So once we've defined that value, how do we reach them? Nowadays, you can reach customers through so many different channels, ranging from social media, email, different communities, partners. So testing the channels to see how we reach those customers, and then conducting early customer engagement. This can look different for every venture. It can be one-on-one interviews, it can be events, it can be workshops, it can be surveys, but depending on what you are trying to learn with your business is how we would position our time together. And that's what we mean by customer discovery, and what we hope to achieve with everyone we work with. And a little bit about what that looks like in tangible steps. The first one is lead generation. Once you have your product or service launched, we want to work with people to generate leads, generate new conversations with their potential customers. So this is such an important point, because a lot of times we launch a new venture or product and we're not getting the right feedback. We're not getting feedback from people to improve our product or service or to sell it even. So this is what we mean. This is why it's so important that we create a lead generation method for your business. It's different. There's so many different ways to generate leads. We'll work with you to find a lead generation method that works for you. And once we've kind of discovered an early version of how you want to generate leads, we can then start talking about funnels. So what do we do with those leads once we find them and we capture them? So lead management is something we do with everyone, trying to hone in on the process that you move your leads through. It can be very simple. Funnels don't have to be extremely complicated, like some organizations try to make it seem, but they can be very simple. Or if you already have an established business, they can be highly complicated. And we're trying to reach massive amounts of leads in order to convert high numbers of sales. But regardless of where you're at, we work with you to put that approach together for your funnel. And then here on campaigns, with everyone we work with, we're trying to compartmentalize our time that in campaigns so that we can plan out the next campaign. How are we going to go out and find these leads? What are we going to do when we find them? How are we going to manage them? And then how do we measure the results after we've captured them and engaged with them in a segment of time that we call a campaign? So we'll work with you on what your next campaign is and helping you put that together and to run that campaign with you. And so the 3 different ways that we work with creators is in our incubator program. The next one's going to be starting in January. It's 3 payments of $98. And in those 3 months, you will launch that first version of your product or service. If you haven't made any sales yet, this is the program for you to jump into and to start workshopping with us and launching your product or service with us. And in creator coaching, this is for people who have already launched their product or service and already have made a few sales. Maybe it's not reoccurring, maybe it's not as many as they'd like to be making, but we'll work with you in our coaching program to take what's already working and improve on it. So you've already got a brand or product service already launched and you're trying to increase your sales, then creator coaching is for you. And then studio projects is for established organizations who want to work with us to launch new marketing and sales campaigns or to prototype new products and services for their business or their organization. And I keep saying organization because we also work with nonprofits. So right now, our rate is $100 per hour, and we start with a 50-hour minimum to get started with us. It's super flexible in our approach, but super custom as well with everyone we work with in our studio projects. So that's the 3 different ways in how we work with people. So high level to tell you, if you're interested in the incubator, it's for people who have not made any sales yet. It's 3 months, starts in January. It'll be January, February, March next year. You experience the incubator in group workshops, 1 evening each week. And then you'll have access to our mentor sessions where you get to engage with live mentors, ask them questions, engage with them. And then we have office hours, which is one-on-one time if you need it, to ask more questions, engage with us about the product or service that you're launching. And then you also have curriculum that guides your experience. And then if you're in creator coaching, you get 6 sessions, each lasting 1 to 2 hours. We build the next part of your business together. If it's the next marketing sales campaign, we'll build out those pieces together and work with you as you navigate managing it yourself. So we do not manage it. You'll do the managing of the marketing and sales campaign. And then you schedule those sessions at your own pace. Typically, creators are scheduling once every month to meet with us, or once every 2 weeks, depending on what you need and how many times you need to meet with us is how you can schedule those. And then the Impact Studio. So the main difference between the other 2 services in the Impact Studio is that we do the work for you. So you're hiring us to contract our team to work on your venture. There are routine meetings that we participate in with all of our clients, maybe every 2 weeks, every week, depending on how complex the project is and how many times we need to meet with you. But we do all the work from beginning to end. We can do branding, marketing, sales, prototyping, whatever that it is for you. We can work with you to get that finished. And so the next step, if you're interested in working with us and learning more and talking to me directly, I'm going to put a link in the email for you to schedule some time. I would love to meet with you and to learn more about what you're working on. What we typically do on the first call is we start to break down what a strategy might look like for you. What are the next steps that might be helpful in your venture? So whether you work with us or not, it is still a good takeaway that you can leave with is getting our mind on what a strategy might be. But I'm looking forward to meeting you. Thank you so much for taking the time, and we will talk to you soon.